You're watching Color 10 News at 10 in high definition.
A man is in jail tonight accused of leading police on a chase through Springfield. Good evening, I'm Ashley Ketz. Michael Reamer had a warrant out for a DWI case. Detectives also wanted to question him in a homicide investigation. When they approached, they say the suspect took off, evading spike strips and hitting cars. The chase took officers from the north side to the south side. Color 10's Kevin Schwaller was at the scene of the arrest this afternoon. Kevin.
Just yesterday, we saw deputies in Berry County looking for a guy who ran from a warrant arrest. Now another man got away, this time in Springfield. Sheriff Jim Arnott says 4 detectives were there at the start of this. He says you can prepare for a situation, but sometimes suspects just run.
It's definitely out of the ordinary.
These days, it seems everything gets recorded.
And we saw a little black car go by pretty quickly.
Unless it's too quick to grab a camera phone and capture the moment.
And actually went through the parking lot of the grocery store, and I almost looked like he caught air. He was going through the grocery store so fast.
John Wallace saw the chase outside his tattoo shop on Republic Road.
Kind of interesting. It was exciting. We attempted to use spike strips.
This is what it looked like at the end of the chase through Springfield. Even with the speed, the sheriff says it got up to about 70 miles an hour. Wallace was able to get off a video. Repetition played in his favor.
We saw him 3 different times.
It was not a general route, I can tell you that. It was really all over the place.
Greene County Sheriff Jim Arnott knows, not only because he's in charge, he was also driving after the suspect.
You know, the subject went the wrong direction, came at me when I was coming down the road too, so I totally understand how a driver would feel.
Although the sheriff says no one was hurt, this car tried to squeeze in between 2 other vehicles, causing that damage there. The sheriff says law enforcement has to weigh the good and the bad. In this case, a prior warrant and a man wanted for questioning meant deputies didn't want him getting away.
We were at a pretty safe distance.
Captured on a cell phone, and a taser helped deputies capture the driver here, and this time it ended with a few scares, but no injuries. Deputies also took a woman they wanted to question into custody, where the chase ended at the Extended Stay America, south of James River.
All right, Kevin, thanks. A 10-year-old murder case appears solved. A 19-year-old Rebecca Sutton disappeared from Hollister in March of 2003 and was found dead a year later. The Missouri State Highway Patrol says this man, 40-year-old Philip Dodd, confessed to the crime. According to the probable cause statement, Rebecca Sutton called a friend before she disappeared and said a man named Philip stopped by and attempted to kiss her. She told the friend she ordered him to leave, and eventually he did. Investigators interviewed Dodd 3 days after Sutton disappeared in 2003, but the break in the case came earlier this month. A Highway Patrol investigator says Dodd told him he went to Sutton's apartment to use drugs and, quote, attempt to have sex. The documents also say Dodd admitted to being present when Sutton died, wrapping her body in sheets and transporting her to the Mark Twain National Forest.
It's always fulfilling for us as law enforcement and for the family, for what we can do for the family to try to help them out to get to this point. And now it's we'll continue with the process here to hopefully bring this to a resolution.
Dodd is currently in prison on a 14-year sentence for second-degree robbery. New tonight at 10, more than 100 people face charges for paddlefish poaching. The Missouri Department of Conservation sent us these pictures here. Its agent went undercover along with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service after discovering that the Osage River in the Warsaw area is a favorite location for paddlefish poachers. Paddlefish are also valued for their eggs, which are eaten as caviar. Fishermen are only allowed to catch 2 paddlefish a day, and the eggs cannot be sold. Jamie Warner is in the Weather Lab with good news for everyone in the Ozarks. Jamie?
Yeah, today was great, and it looks like tomorrow may be even better, if you can believe it. Here's a look at the temperatures across the area, the highs at least. It was kind of cool. Looked like we may not make it into the 60s in areas further east towards Dent County and Shannon County, down through Oregon County. We held onto the clouds, even a few showers into the afternoon, but those those clouds moved out. West to southwest winds moved in, and it got warm here. It got warm area-wide with everybody nearly touching 70, if not making it into the low 70s. And as I said, it looks like we're probably going to be a lot warmer even tomorrow. Skies are clear right now. Temperatures have cooled off with relatively light winds out there. It's already below 50 in Springfield. Most everybody else, though, looking at temperatures still in the 50s. And it looks like we'll ultimately drop into the mid-40s for lows. Now, here's a look at your Friday, your work week finish, and it looks like a beauty. We'll find mostly sunny skies throughout the day. Winds will pick up out of the southwest and get rather breezy from lunchtime on, but who cares? Temperatures are going to top out near 80 degrees tomorrow. Changes on the way, though, in time for the weekend. We'll have details on that coming up.
New tonight at 10, Missouri's treasurer hopes you realize you may have some unclaimed property. More than 1,000 safe deposit boxes have been turned over to the treasurer's office. The boxes are being opened and cataloged so their contents can be returned to their legal owners or heirs. To learn how to claim this property, look for this story on our website, ozarksfirst.com. Springfield School Board hopes voters approve 2 issues on the April 2nd ballot, a levy increase and a bond. The levy can only be used to pay operating expenses like teacher salaries or utilities. A bond can only be used to pay for capital projects like building or renovating schools. If approved, the levy would be a 10-cent increase each year for 2 years, costing the owner of a $100,000 home about $38 a year. The bond would not increase taxes at all, but extend the current bond for 4 more years. The Springfield School Board wants to build a new elementary school, improve technology in all schools, build more classrooms to keep up with growing enrollment, and hire more teachers.
As I've gone around and toured the schools and bid with my children in schools, this is something where I see that the classes are overcrowded. You can see the effects of it. As we try to attract new companies to come to town, attract people, why it's so great to live here in Springfield, schools are one of the first things people look at, and that's why our schools need to maintain that high level.
Board members say if they don't address the growing student population, 13 schools will exceed capacity by 2015. Today, the public had another chance to meet the people who want to be on the Springfield R12 School Board and City Council. They met at Cox North. 3 people are vying for 2 open spots on the school board. They are incumbent Jerry Lee, Annie Bush, and Matthew Simpson. The election is April 2nd. 2 people will win a seat on the school board. New tonight at 10, a Missouri high school teacher is headed to Afghanistan. Amber Wilson will be deployed as part of the National Guard. She's leaving her English teacher position at Sherwood Cass High in Creighton. Wilson says, do not ask her which job she likes more.
I like both for different reasons. I love working with the kids. They crack me up every day. I like seeing when the light bulb goes on over their head. I don't know who I would be if I wasn't in the National Guard. So to me, it's just normal, but to everybody else, you know, they're like, we're so proud of you and thank you.
Students and staff gave her a standing ovation along with a surprise visit from her family. Wilson will return in about a year and start teaching again in the fall of 2014. Bolivar City Hall will soon shut down and temporarily move because of a mold problem. The city first noticed a mildew odor after a storm blew through last September, lifting part of the roof. The leak was fixed, but the moldy smell was still there. Just last month, tests revealed black mold was growing on the walls in 3 offices. The city won't know how extensive the mold is until crews tear into the walls. The city administrator says it's not enough to pose an immediate threat to the public.
If you're here for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, yeah, it can cause some headaches and some respiratory illness and things like that. You know, just feel like you've got a bad case of flu or some sort of allergies, that kind of a thing.
Over the next few weeks, employees will be moving out of City Hall. In April, the city utilities, police, and economic development departments will lease space at the Commerce Bank building. Other city officials will be spread out around town in city-owned buildings like the fire department. 2 artists plan to use their special skills to help a local man battling cancer.
I know how important this is. I know how important this cause is.
The unique role Susan Summer Luarca's artwork will play in an upcoming Sheryl Crow concert. If you haven't already found Color 10 on Facebook, we encourage you to do that. Just look for the Facebook icon on ozarksfirst.com and like our page. New at 10, Grammy winner Sheryl Crow is set to take the stage in Springfield April the 3rd for the Drew Lewis benefit concert. But today, Aaron Nolan sat down with another artist looking to help.
Yeah, Ashley, from a Missouri horse farm to the Olympics and the Kentucky Derby. Susan Summer-Luarca has painted around the world, but in 3 weeks, she's going to be right here in the Ozarks on a musical stage painting for Drew.
I've used my art to help people all my life. I know how important this is. I know how important this cause is.
Susan Summer-Luarca has been painting most of her life. But this canvas will bring more than simply running horses. With every stroke, with every color, with every intricate detail, this painting has a purpose.
The wild horse symbolizes strength, power, and freedom. And this is what we hope for Drew.
Susan will finish this piece on stage April the 3rd with Grammy winner Sheryl Crow.
You can't change the way I am.
As the two focus their talents on a Missouri man battling cancer and fighting his finances. Drew Lewis was diagnosed with colon cancer and has had 2 major surgeries, neither covered by insurance. And that is one of the reasons Susan is painting this piece.
It's so important that they have their energy for that fight and not for other things like money.
Reason number 2 is one that is close to the Lewis family, using Drew's story to help others. For Susan, it's using her painting in hopes of prevention.
It's going to be such a unique event and so much going on and never before seen that the whole meaning behind it and the cause is going to save lives. I know it will.
A night of music.
Are you strong enough to be my man?
And of art. A one-of-a-kind show to conquer colon cancer.
It's going to be a touching night, but it's also going to be a powerful night.
The painting you see there are going to be called Wild Horses. When Susan is done, she will sign it, Sheryl Crow will sign it, and then it will be auctioned off. Susan says her paintings usually go around $20,000. Certainly a big help to the Lewis family. For more information on the concert, how you can get your tickets, they're about half sold out, so you do have time. Check out our website, ozarksfirst.com.
Thank you, Aaron. Jamie Warner has good news for people that are waiting to hear about tomorrow's forecast.
Yeah, it looks like more sunshine and more warm weather. In fact, tomorrow we are going to challenge record highs across the Ozarks. But the St. Patty's Day weekend, will the luck of the Irish be with us? Will we continue to find that nice weather? We'll have to find out. Your full forecast coming up next.
And now weather with Color 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner.
All right, well, the month of March, we started cold. We've seen some waves of warmth. I showed you this graph yesterday showing the high temperatures so far for the month of March, and you can see we're trending in the right direction. And here we are, second week of March, and we've got another little rise in the temperatures right there that will continue to go up. This peak will continue to go up tomorrow. Looks like we will find the warmest readings that we've seen so far in 2013 occur tomorrow afternoon. That's a surety. The thing that I'm wondering is whether or not we'll hit 80, and I think there's a pretty decent shot that many locations will hit 80. It's a quiet pattern across the center of the country. Here's that disturbance that made its way through the eastern Ozarks earlier today, generating some clouds and a few showers in areas like Eminence. That didn't last long, and then once the winds became west to southwesterly, that pushed warm air even into those locations. So everybody, again, seeing a very mild afternoon. The cloudiness that we see to our northwest, this is really just some high-level cloudiness. So we're still going to get plenty of sunshine during the day on Friday, and it looks like it will be a gorgeous finish to this work week. Let's take you hour by hour overnight tonight, expecting mostly clear skies. Temperatures are not going to be as cold as they've been. It looks like we'll drop only into the mid-40s for overnight lows. And then during the day on Friday, winds will be pretty light initially, but they will pick up throughout the morning and get rather breezy by lunchtime and beyond out of the southwest at around 10 to 20 miles per hour. Much of the day is going to be fairly sunny. I think as we get into the latter portion of the day, there'll probably be a bit more high cloudiness, giving the sky maybe more of a milky appearance, but still a beautiful, beautiful Friday. And here's what's going to make it so nice. Low 70s today. Tomorrow it looks like highs in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. And of course, this time of the year, you get up around 80, you might be challenging record highs, and that will be the case tomorrow. Here in Springfield, looks like a high of about 78. The record is 79. In Rolla, 77 is when I think we'll see. The record there is 80. And down in Harrison, the high temperature tomorrow will be 79. The record for tomorrow in Harrison is 81 degrees. And there are probably going to be a few spots that may hit the record high for tomorrow's day. This won't last, though. Over the weekend, a front will drop south through the area on Saturday. Things will cool off fairly quick because it'll move through during the morning hours and then stall out across northern areas of Arkansas. Now, this is the area that has the best shot at seeing another mild day, maybe warm day on Saturday, but areas further north progressively cooler as you get further north. Here in Springfield, probably low 60s for highs, partly to mostly cloudy skies. And then as a disturbance comes in from the west, we get some overrunning developing across the Ozarks. It's going to turn wet. Maybe a few showers by Saturday late in the day. Much better chance for showers and maybe some thunder overnight Saturday night through much of the day on Sunday. And healthy rain's a good possibility, maybe over an inch in some spots. And with that rain and that cloud cover being on the north side of that front, it's going to be kind of cool too. Temperatures may not make it out of the upper 40s Sunday afternoon, at least for some of us. 44 overnight tonight here in Springfield. 40s area-wide, although a bit cooler to our north and east. Tomorrow looks like we'll find a lot of sunshine. Some high cloudiness coming in, especially during the afternoon. 78 for the high. Winds breezy out of the southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. After this weekend, looks like on Monday we'll see yet another front move through. Could see a few showers with it. It looks like it's not going to have a lot of moisture to work with. We'll see an afternoon high of 57 as we should get some afternoon sun. Tuesday, sunny and cool. And then yet another storm may be taking shape by Thursday of next week. So a busy pattern. We've seen it for the last several weeks, and it looks like that's going to continue going forward.
And not so lucky on St. Patty's Day.
No.
It's going to be cold and dreary.
You're going to have to stay inside and eat our cabbage.
Oh, that's true. Is that what you do?
I don't know.
I think he's making that up. All right.
It's like New Year's, I think.
Yeah, thanks, Jamie.
Credit these guys for just fighting tough, rebounding, playing defense, and making clutch plays down the stretch.
The Republic Tigers are just a win away from a state championship. Dan Lucy has that story and SEC highlights next in sports.
Now, the Chevy Dealer Sports Report with Dan Lucy.
Well, the bigger schools tipped off the state basketball semifinals tonight in Columbia at Mizzou Arena. In Class 4, Republic was looking for its second state title 50 years after its first. Color 10's Nick Carboni is in Columbia and files this semifinal report.
What a ride for this year's Republic Tigers under first-year head coach Trevor Fisher. The team won 15 of its first 16 games, took a blue and gold tournament title, a district, a sectional, and last weekend beating Borgia at the O'Reilly Center to put them here at Mizzou Arena. Their first Final Four since 2010, tonight taking on Liberty North in the semifinals. There's Fisher. Republic hasn't won a state championship since 1963. Chris McCabe and the Eagles got to the Final Four last year, finished third. Making it a close game here in the first. Justin Offenbacher, but Republic up 2. They go up 3 here on the Dylan Beckemeyer pass to Marcus Miller. And Republic is up 10-7 after 1. Second quarter, Zach Starr going to tie the game up. Eagles on a nice little run here. Starr again on the cut. Finishes down low, 14-14, but Republic and Miller doing work in the post. They were up 25-19 at the break. Second half, Eagles start to heat up from 3. Ian Sanderford from the top of the key. We've got a tie ball game, and then it's Jacob Hansen from the wing. Republic finding itself down 6 points in the fourth, down just 2. Ty Abney going to hit a big shot to tie it, and then with 1:15 to go, Liberty North with Kyle Malone down on the block. It's a 1-point Eagles lead, but with 22 seconds left, Republic down 1, tries a 3, no. Liberty gets the board, called for a travel, then with 6 seconds left, Marcus Miller, no, the first time, gets it back, hits the winner. Republic wins 39-38.
I caught it, went up for the first one, unfortunately missed. Luckily, Cody Geiger got it, put up another shot, he missed, and the ball just perfectly got tipped to me. And I was fortunate enough to make that last shot.
Our kids just kept believing. Not one time did our kids think that we were not going to win that game, even up until the last out-of-bounds play. But credit these guys for just fighting tough, rebounding, playing defense, and making clutch plays down the stretch. So very proud of our young men, and looking forward to Saturday.
Republic will play for a Class 4 state championship on Saturday at 3 o'clock against Normandy. The 1963 Republic Tigers are the only Republic boys team to win it all. They told this team to soak it all in. They'll try to soak it in as champs this weekend. In Columbia, I'm Nick Carboni, Color 10 Sports.
Thanks, Nick. On the girls' side, Webb City into the championship again, winning a squeaker over Smithville, 54-53. The Missouri State Lady Bears tipped off the Valley women's basketball tournament this afternoon against Drake. The Lady Bears have had a rough season, limping into the tournament, losers of 6 of their last 8, 3 in a row. Missouri State and Drake split their 2 games during the regular season, and the Lady Bears were going inside early. Christiana Shorter fighting hard in the paint for a pair, 8-5 Lady Bears. Drake running the floor. The pass down the floor to Morgan Reed for the basket. It was 9-8 Bulldogs. Lady Bears, nice passing inside to Bree Snow, 22-20 Missouri State. And then right before the half, the ball would go out to Hannah Wilkerson. She drops in this three-pointer. It was 39-34 Lady Bears at halftime. Second half, Tiana Snow, the freshman for the Lady Bears, striding to the hole and the harm, up by 3. But Drake's Ashley Bartow, big 3 in the second half. Big second half for Drake. They would come on and win 81-66. At the Southeastern Conference Tournament, Mizzou taking on Texas A&M. Senior Lawrence Bowers leading the way. This 3 makes it a 5-0 Tiger start. Then Mizzou going inside to Alex Oriaki. Oriaki with the dunk right here. And then later in that first half, again to Oriaki, again another flush. It was 16-10 Tigers. Later in the first half, Jabari Brown on the break. Tony Criswell finishes with the layup. Mizzou up 13. They're up 35-25 right now in the second. You can see it over on KOZL, but just wait 30 more seconds. Arkansas taking on Vanderbilt, the other SEC tournament game. Hogs off to a good start, moving it inside to Cody Clark for the dunk, 9-7 Arkansas. But Vandy hot from the perimeter. Rod Odom, the 3. And then the Commodores were up 31-17. Hogs trying to battle back on the run. The dish to Marshawn Powell. He finishes. Razorbacks down just 7. But Vandy would hold on. Again, it's Odom with another 3. He finished with 20. Vanderbilt sends Arkansas home, 75-72. Sorry,
Yeah, I'm a little sad.
You can switch over to KOZL now. Watch the second half of Mizzou.
You're clear now. We'll be right back.
Permission.
Here are tonight's winning lottery numbers.
Well, at about 5 o'clock today, it was still 70 degrees,
That's
Jamie.
right. And tomorrow afternoon, we're going to hit probably about 78. Some locations, some backyards may hit 80. And as we head into the evening hours, temperature, we're going to hold on to those 70s. It's the weekend when things cool off, and it's going to get wet too, especially Saturday night through Sunday.
So enjoy it tomorrow.
Exactly.
Get outside. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.